Vincenzo'S Gold Crypto Investing, where you like, subscribe, and share for a one-of-a-kind, company-made, computer software trading probability-based trading alert and technical analysis and company philosophy, as I'm your most trusted source. In this cryptocurrency uncertainty time, more important than ever, most trusted source for blockchain technology and cryptocurrency breaking news and coin updates here on YouTube and in the cryptocurrency sphere. As that's right, old Vincenzo's brought back truth and most importantly, integrity back into the trading market. And you can see Bitcoin has indeed had that nice pump we were talking about yesterday when it was down there, sort of consolidating. We said it could try to trade back up into this range, right? And then this consolidation area that we were in, with the orange ring being upper resistance and the blue ring being lower support, and it pumped back through it. Notice how when I tell you guys, when we're trying to break back through a level or into a level, you have to pump back through it. There is no volume because the volume is the volume since April of 2021 has been crashing, and since 2020 or 2017 has been crashing. But you can see how the price action pumped through it, and it came back down and found support. Now it's trying to kick up higher, right? So now that we're back in here, your lower support now is the 29,862. It flipped it from resistance to support on the blue fib circle, and now your upper resistance is right by the 200-day moving average, which makes sense to where if the price does come up into here, it gets knocked down by the 200, and then it starts trading back into this, and then you got to worry about a big flush, because when you break that down, you're going to go back to 20,000, right? So that's what I would look for in the short term. Lower support down here at the blue fib circle, upper resistance, the descending orange fib circle. And now that you know, I've been talking about these natural gas calls, and if we take a look here real quick at this nice screen I got going on here, you can see we got a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern, right? If we bring our little mouse over here, we have a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern on this pump. And right here, when we hit this upper resistance and it flushed, I could see the market was changing. The volume was decreasing in the daily, and there was going to be a relief rally. And when we got to here, I bought 5 put options for $17 strike price in United States natural gas, right? And we'll bring up the United States natural gas chart. Where's United States natural gas? It's the same chart. The other one's just a spot price of natural gas, right? But you can see you had your left shoulder here. Let's zoom in a little bit, give you a little bit better review. You got your left shoulder here, right? And then you crashed. And when we got to right here, I bought my first 5 puts for $17 strike price, right? And the price was at $26, $27. And then the next day it pumped all the way up to here. So I bought 5 more at $30 and about 13 cents. And then the next 3 days it crashed all the way down here, the neckline, right? But in this, it actually came all the way down here in pre-market on Tuesday before it pumped, right? And then the market opened and the price was sitting up here. And I'm like, this is a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern. So I sold 7 of my put options, right, for $66. Then I bought them up here for $25, right? So it was almost a 200% return. It's a nice profit. I kept 3 of them just in case it flushed through real quick, right? Because you can never be 100% sure. Then I bought some short-term call options for $10 that I sold the next day for $30 on this pump right here. And then I kept 1 left to see if you could get up here to the strike price, but it never did. So it was just a waste of $10, but I was still in the money on that. And then I rebought yesterday all of my put options that I sold and they were only at $35. So I paid $10 more for them, but they were $34 cheaper than the bottom on each contract times 7. That's like $300 that I made, right? So now I got 12 of them up here for the same money that I had fucking 10 of them up here. And I'm thinking this is going to continue to top out. And what my whole thesis is this is a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern. And this is the kind of super simple, easy technical analysis old Vincenzo uses in its probability-based computer software trading system to profit. You got your left shoulder and you got your head right there, right? And then I was buying these when the price action was right here before it did any of this or any of this to confirm that maybe that was a head and shoulders, right? So I was already out ahead of that. You know what I'm saying? And now that it's coming back up here, it gives me even more confidence that this is the right shoulder. We had our upper resistance line in green right there, right? See that? We had that in green. See that right there? That was the top of this last prior pump up here where I thought it would sell off. Now a targeted move out of this. And these options don't expire till July 15th because this takes a little bit of time to do. So I don't anticipate this to break the head and shoulders in the next week. But if it does, that's even better because the quicker I get down there, the more money my options are going to be worth. But look at what a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern looks like. Bam. It brings you right down to that $17 strike price. See that? $17. And that's how a head and shoulders topping reversal pattern works. And that's what happens if you can play the technicals. And the technicals don't work all the time. It's just a way to trade in a probability-based way. Black swan events or news, war, breaking news from central banks can blow up what you're looking at. As you're seeing in crypto, and even if you had bullish patterns, they all broke down bearish because of what happened, right? We had a full lateral flush. But that's when you're playing the technicals, you can make some good, easy money if you keep your emotions out of it and you play the chart. And if you're playing a pattern, you stick to that pattern that you think you're seeing. And if you're right, you'll profit. If you're wrong, you won't. And what gives me more validation that I think this is exactly what it's doing is that it's done it 2 other times in this rising channel that it's in, right? And you can see this was a smaller version, but you got your left shoulder, your head, right? Let's pull up our industry exclusive drawing tool again. Where is my industry exclusive drawing tool? It's up there. You can see you had your left shoulder, your head, your right shoulder, right? A bigger version. And then you had a smaller one in here where you had a left shoulder and then your head at the top and then your right shoulder, right? You see that? And then it broke down. And that's what I think is going on in natural gas. And I'm going to keep you updated on that as I try to keep you out ahead of what's going on in the market to try to make some money in a probability-based way. That's why we're Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, right? We invest in everything. We're not just a crypto channel. I just understand there's a lot of interest, and I have fun looking at the charts, and it's a way to learn the charts because crypto runs 24/7, so patterns play out quicker than they do in the stock market, and it's an easy way to get some education. But we're Vincenzo's Gold Crypto Investing, right? We invest in gold stocks, silver stocks, mining stocks, right? Also crypto when it's the appropriate time, but the last 10 months has not been the appropriate time, and I'm being proven more right as you can buy these coins cheaper and cheaper and cheaper as the months go on, right? But right now we got a nice little pump in Bitcoin, and 32,000 is your upper resistance, right? Dogecoin's got a nice pump too. We pumped out of the just like we drew down here, though, it could be a hook-nosed Jew bearish reversal pattern, or now that we're out of this orange support zone, we're going to come up to this blue ring now that's your major upper or your descending channel. You're going to come back up to the lower, what used to be lower support, all back there. See it, support on the blue, support, support, support. Now it's going to come back and hit it as upper resistance. So what you're going to do, if you're going to try to get bullish, you got to get up on top of it like Bitcoin did, hold it as support and trade up towards that 200-day moving average. Or this is going to be a classic hook-nosed Jew bearish reversal pattern, right, where you can see that kind of hook nose right there, and then it angles down, a big snout at the end, right? You see that? And then it's going to trade back down and come to the 4 cents. Or you're going to get on top of that 9.8 cents and try to make a run up here at the moving averages somewhere between 12 and 11 cents, right? And then most importantly now XRP, you can see we bounced off the bottom part of the last line of defense to the shithouse, and we're coming up now just like we drew out. And this is the same as, oh, come on, don't do that to me. Hate when it does that. It always clicks on the thing you don't want. It's so stupid. So it just took out my last line of defense. So we're going to have to put that back in here real quick. And it was right in here. Let's put that on there. And it was right about there. And then we're going to move it over here. Then we're going to lock it. And the last line of defense is orange. There we go. So if you want to get on top of that, you gotta get up on top, and you don't want it to be that hook nose Jew bearish reversal pattern, right? Or if you can get on top of it, like Bitcoin just did, then you can try to trade up here to your upper resistance of 61 cents. As we know, that used to be a short-term target when the price was trying to break down out of this symmetrical triangle, and that is a blue Fib circle up there, and it held it as support for quite some time. So if it comes back up all the way up there to back test it, that would be major overhead resistance by the 200-day moving average. So that's what you need to watch out for there. And XRP and the rest of the coins, you have some nice pumps, and all of them, because they were down 60-70%. You can see Cardano is pumped back up, and it's hitting also the upper resistance on the last line of defense. That used to be support when it was coming in from the north end, but now it's coming from the south end. It's got to try to get up here, just like we drew out yesterday, and consolidate and try to pump back into this, right? And if you can pump back into this, you can try to trade back up into there. But we'll keep an eye out on that and keep an update on what's going on there. But the U.S. dollar is still rising. So I expect, just like the stock market's starting to pump a little bit, I expect all these to start selling back off as the U.S. dollar continues to rise. I think this is just a bunch of short covering. And you can see Twitter has fully collapsed in after hours, and Tesla is pumped, and the Twitter has fallen on its face because Elon Musk temporarily said he may not buy it. So it's down 5%, right? But I think all these pumps, if you made some money on it, just like this, Affirm Holdings is up 23% yesterday and 36% in pre-market. I would be selling these rallies because these are going to roll back over on themselves in the stock market. But we're going to keep you updated on all the short covering that seems to be going on the last couple of days. Peace and love. Peace and love.